our regional and our international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing us. A very warm welcome to another edition of the program, Conversations with ZELISA, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am ZELISA Budu Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb. Directing this morning, and in Master Control we've got Hisham Costello and Josiah Gomes. And on behalf of our team, we wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed day today. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday, Thursday the 7th of March 2024. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. Let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And our quote says, "Every day is an opportunity for greatness. Every day is an opportunity for greatness." Let me remind you, yesterday gone, but today is the opportunity for a new and improved you, for a great day. And you know what? You can make that possible. Yeah? That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And let me remind you that the Fab India Expo, they're opening on the 9th of March opposite Medford Gas Station in Chaguanas, where you could find all of your festive needs under one roof. Special Islamic outfits just in time for Eid, options for men, women and children, a wide range of Arabic iktas, also bridal outfits, jewelry, matching footwear and lots more. High quality teak furniture from India multi-cuisine food court, Nanu's Kulfi, to tingle your taste buds. Enjoy iftari with us every evening and open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So check them out. Good. We say thank you. Thank you so much. A very good morning and thank you to the management and staff of Duckies. Yes, we say thank you so much. I apologize for that. Duckies and Sons Tent Rentals for all of your tent rental needs, and whatever occasion you're having, please give them a call first, because they can outfit any occasion from tents to chairs to tables, you name it, and they're there to advise you as well. They are located at Mohes Road in Penal. Telephone contact 395-6156. Again, make Duckies and Sons Tent Rental your first stop, your first call, and they service throughout Trinidad. All right, so give them a call for all of your rental needs, from tents to all of the furniture, anything associated for all occasions. This morning, we are bringing you a recording of the Anti-Time Talks, the UNC, the United National Congress Anti-Crime Talks, which was held on Monday, and of course hosted by the opposition leader, MP and Mrs. Kamla Prasad Bisesa, SC. So let's go to that. Have yourselves a great day.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It's great to be here with you this evening, sharing the platform with such distinguished speakers. First of all, let me thank the very young lady, Ms. Kavita Chotak, for her presentation. And I want to say that what she said is so true. I've seen it myself, where I go to households and I meet young women who unfortunately end up getting pregnant at a very young age. And when they don't have their family support with them, more often than not, they end up dropping out of school. And before you know it, they're on the block and they're pregnant again. By the time they're 18, many of them have had 3 to 4 children. And in the case of some of the communities I know, their mother did the same thing. Their grandmother did the same thing. And what we have failed to realize as a society collectively together it is not their problem alone. And the traditional way that we have been in the Caribbean, where your neighbor is your family, all too often, we individually are struggling so much that the last thing that we want to do is to take on someone else's problems. But those children grow up in a household where the mother sends them to school in hopes that the teacher feeds them. They go to school with the same shoes, the same clothes, and they are teased, they are ostracized. And we've seen it repeat itself over and over again, where rather than face that pressure, they drop out of school. And they become our children, but we don't adopt them as our children. And this is where the government of today has to take up the responsibility of taking care of those children. I want to thank Mr. Ramshahai for what he spoke about at schools. During COVID, we used the terminology, I'm sure you'll remember it, the front line, the nurses, the ambulance drivers, the policemen, all who put themselves at risk every day to provide the protection for all of us. Our teachers are facing the dilemma, and the principals, of where they're no longer just confronting the idea of educating our children, but they are now faced with the added burden of wanting to have to discipline our children and to take on responsibilities of security. And this is putting an unnecessary pressure and making the environment for teaching impossible. And so I want to thank you, sir. I want to thank all the teachers here in Trinidad and Tobago, all the teachers in my beautiful island of St. Lucia, to let you know that the frontliners, we appreciate everything that you do. And I'm hoping that more parent and teachers associations will appreciate what the teachers are doing and find themselves on the front line of supporting them. So again, I want to thank those two speakers. And last but not least, I want to really thank former Prime Minister, Leader of the Opposition, Mrs. Prasad, for breaking the mold, for being a person who is looking for solutions but not to blame anyone else. I am here tonight not because of a shared ideology, although we share many of the same values of the UDC, but I'm here tonight to stand in solidarity with your former Prime Minister. And more particularly because she is a leader of the opposition. Our constitutions officially include the office of the leader of the opposition as part of our government. It cannot be a political party that's in government as the opposition representing millions or if not thousands of voters, that every attempt is made to silence the voice of the opposition as if we have no role to play in the governance of our countries. I'm here tonight to give her support and say to her that she is in the right direction. She is setting an example for all the other leaders of the opposition, that our job is not just to protest, our job is not just to oppose, but our job is to create platforms like today to give the people a voice to speak. In St. Lucia, we remind the government every day that while we have a parliament, there is one person or one group of people that the parliament must respond to, and that is the people's parliament. One is not lost. And so today I want to say to you, Madam Leader of the Opposition, congratulations on taking a positive step in developing your country and to make sure the voice is heard. And I want to say that she is so visionary that we had a discourse this evening, and to say that we are going to take this voice now to the region and form a collective group of leaders of the oppositions and to make sure that the voices of the leader of the opposition in the Caribbean region is heard by the CDB, by the World Bank, and by CARICOM, and we're no longer going to be denied the voice in representing all the people who did not vote for the government, and to make sure that that voice is listened to and given a seat at the table. So again, thank you for your courage. We are here tonight, and I thank you so much for the invitation, to discuss a problem that is affecting all of us. I brought tonight a copy of the Constitution of St. Lucia. You have your own constitution. Some of us have not taken the time to really appreciate what a constitution is. A constitution is a contract between the citizens of a country to empower an entity called the government of Trinidad and Tobago or the government of St. Lucia to make decisions in the best interest of all of us. That we give that authority to government superpowers to make decisions for us. But one of the things that the Constitution does is to enshrine liberties and rights to all of us, and to make sure that that government does not use its power against anyone in our country. It cannot use that power to oppress and suppress the rights of individual citizens in our country. You don't have to go far in our Constitution. Chapter 1, it says, whereas every person in St. Lucia is entitled to the fundamental rights and freedoms, that is to say, the right, whatever his race, place of origin, political opinion, color, creed, or sex, but subject to the respect for the rights and freedoms of others and for the public interest, to each and all of the following, namely, and look at the first thing: life, liberty, security of the person, equality before the law, and the protection of the law. Living in a country that is crime-free is an obligation of any government by the Constitution. It cannot be that a government is expecting that we're going to continue to support it and support their governance if they are not willing to fulfill the obligations of our rights in the Constitution. I want each one of us to appreciate what I am saying. living in a neighborhood that is safe, being able to go out at night safely, to own assets and to know that nobody is going to break in and steal those assets, to send your child out to a nightclub at night or to go to a restaurant. It's not a privilege. It's not something that we should be grateful if a government is able to do it. The Constitution requires every government to provide that security to all of us.
Ducky's Tent Rental. We're all about the best tents, high quality, with the best service at affordable prices. We'll make your event a memorable one. Located at Katwaru Trace, Penal. Or give us a call, 788-2262. Ducky's Tent Rental.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind Islamic outfits for male and female. We've got special gift items also available. Join us for iftar every day, also catering the best groom and bridal outfits. Get matching jewelry, footwear, makeup and all that you need. Multi-cuisine food court, reopening on the 9th of March. Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas.
Super quality supermarket, best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Lifetime Solutions, manufacturer of metal roofing, panels, framing, guttering, and related products. Located lot number 26, Omera Industrial Estate in Arima. Give us a call, 646-5813 for further information. Lifetime Solutions. Give us a call today.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety. Porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015-223 Tile.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
World-famous Indian astrologer and psychic gold medalist Master Sai Krishna has more than 48 years of experience. He attends to the past, present and future. Do you have any problems related to family, work, health, divorce, love, jealousy and depression? He is an expert in removing black magic, evil spirits, witchcraft, obia, negative energy and bad luck. Gain results in 3 days. Lifetime protection for all your problems. Call Master Sai Krishna Commissioner for life-changing results at 346-8991, private and confidential.
Crime is the enemy of our country. Think of how much money you spend on securing your own home. Think of the things that you don't do because you're fearful of crime. Think of the amount of money that government is spending on having to try to fight crime. Think of people who have been injured and they can no longer make a contribution to their family, and that they now have become a burden to their family. Think of the frontliners, the nurses and the doctors and the police officers and the ambulance who have to pick up young people or citizens of this country who have been killed. Do we really take into consideration the mental trauma that we are causing to them? A young person that we all too often hear losing as a teenager. Do we calculate what that person could have contributed to society and the loss of that genius? We don't know who the next great person is going to be. But if we lose our young people too young, we are depriving ourselves of their own genius. Who can put a cost to life? And so when we sadly listen every day to the news and hear about another murder, how many of us now just chalk it up to another number? Do we really visualize the mother that lost their child? Do we visualize the brothers and sisters that have lost that child? Do we visualize the friends that they had and the impact of that child or that teenager being lost on them? We have to admit it. We have become numb to the number. We no longer put a face to who's being killed. Let us remember, just because you come from a household that is deprived does not make you a criminal. And when we read a press statement, the mother is being interviewed of a child that's being lost or been killed, what do they say? I loved my son. He was a good boy. In her eyes, he was. But we are all guilty of making that person a criminal. We say to ourselves, where there's smoke, there's fire. Is that the Christian thing to do? How are we ever going to get change when every murder and every person who's being lost doesn't affect our heart? That there's no longer a sense of urgency to bring about change. That we no longer want to go and demand. We don't want willing to protest. We're not willing to write a letter. We're not willing to make a phone call to say that this must stop, and genuinely know that the loss of lives is going to affect our own society. We simply hear it, but we don't feel it anymore. And we have to change if we're going to see change. I'm sure you're familiar with the saying. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So here's the unfortunate truth. All of us in the Caribbean are no longer feeling the truth. And as bad as the statistics are about crime in our countries, there is hope. New York City was the most dangerous city in the world. Washington, D.C. was the crime capital of the world. Miami in the 70s and 80s with the mafia and drugs. Los Angeles, London, Paris, all of them at some point have been named the most dangerous cities in the world. But they broke the chain of doing the same thing over and over again and found solutions to solve the problem and to move on. We must find the solutions to crime in our region. We must accept that that solution is not one person's, but it's all of us. I'm pleading with all of you. Open your hearts and feel the pain of the people who are being affected. Because today it's them, tomorrow it is going to be you. You will be the mother saying, "He was a good boy." Don't wait for it to happen before you found out how lonely the world is and that nobody really cares. We must change, and change can happen. Other people have shown that there's a way to solve this problem. Let's start regionally. One of the first changes we must accept is that crime is no longer national. The gangs which are creating the most problems in our countries, they are regional and international networks. How are you going to fight them by yourself in Trinidad and Tobago? How is St. Lucia going to fight them by themselves? How is St. Vincent or any other country in this region going to fight those institutions, those corporations of evil? How? They are bigger than all of us. They have more weapons and more technology than we have. And that is why, while I was Prime Minister, I supported the idea that each country should allocate $1 of its airport tax to go and support the RSSS, the Regional Security System. We must fund it where it becomes better equipped than the criminals. It must develop a border control. Trinidad and Tobago's border is no longer its own. Freedom of movement of people. So we must protect each other's borders to be able to protect ourselves. We need a border control system of where there is communication with each other. When RSS goes into our countries, and Prime Minister, they pick some officers from each one of the countries who have never spoken to each other. So all they're doing is showing force. They're not going to go and solve any problem. All they're going to do is quell a fight. They're going to be a referee. And the police and the people and the criminals in those countries are laughing because they have no intelligence on the ground. How are you going to fight like that? And I'm calling upon the leaders today, many of them who were there while I was there. Many of them would know the meetings that we had in Trinidad, because Trinidad is the lead for security in CARICOM. I'm asking them to do the right thing now. Allow the tax to go through and let us fund a regional security system that is going to be to protect all of us. I want to know that the brightest and the best police officers in each one of the countries will now be working for that regional organization. I want to know that there's an entity that can audit our own police forces and give them guidance to this. And I want to know sleep at night to know that not only the borders of St. Lucia are being protected, but the borders of all of the CARICOM countries have formed a net around ourselves to keep this scourge out. I want us tonight to accept the truth. This is very difficult for us as political leaders. I accept my share of the blame. We all must accept our share of the blame. The gang are offering our young people a better future than we in our own country are offering.
Ducky's Tent Rental. We're all about the best tents, high quality, with the best service at affordable prices. We'll make your event a memorable one. Located at Katwaru Trace, Penal. Or give us a call, 788-2262. Ducky's Tent Rental.
Looking for the best in educational supplies? Then come on down to Charon's Bookstore, the trusted name in everything back to school, from uniforms, textbooks, school accessories, stationery, and much more. Our dedicated team is committed in providing the highest quality in customer service. Visit us at number 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, Trin City Mall, Trin City, number 24 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, and number 10 Diego Martin, 4 Roads, Diego Martin. Call us at 235-5811.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trin City. Super Quality Supermarket.
Lifetime Solutions, manufacturer of metal roofing, panels, framing, guttering, and related products. Located lot number 26, Omera Industrial Estate in Arima. Give us a call, 646-5813 for further information. Lifetime Solutions. Give us a call today.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
That is a truth. I have young people who come and say to me, Mr. Shastney, I see how my father has lived in their life. I watch how my grandfather lived his life. I don't want that. I would rather die young and enjoy my life than to live old and be miserable. That's not to take away anything from his father or his grandfather, but we must accept the young people today want more, and they want it now. We cannot tell them no. You remember when you were young? Could somebody tell you no? You thought you had all the ideas and you were ambitious. We must adapt to the reality is that our countries are not fulfilling their promise of keeping young people engaged. We must offer them opportunities that they want. Why is it I cannot be a musician or a filmmaker in Trinidad and become so good at it that I can become international? Is the government providing services and infrastructure for the creative industries? Who does not know that young people are leaving the rural areas to go to the city to get a job? But technology today allows you to build work centers in the rural area that young people can live at home with their family and have a job internationally, making a world-class income. Why are we not providing the technology, the infrastructure, the internet, the training to allow them to get a job overseas and to live at home? I appreciate that household income is how people survive. How is it that some people survive on the salaries that they have? No economist, no accountant can tell you how that happens. The only way it happens, everybody in the household and they share, and the money goes to pay the rent and utilities and put the collectively together. But when that household is broken up because young people or a father have to leave where he's living to go to get a job somewhere else, we destroy the family and we destroy their ability to survive in the world today. We must accept that as a region, we lack ambition. UAE knew they were going to run out of oil. They've not run out of oil yet, but they said that and they dared to dream to build an economy that nobody else thought could happen. And they have succeeded. When Trinidad and Tobago does not live up to its expectations, it affects the rest of the Caribbean. When the rest of the Caribbean lives up to its expectations, it affects Trinidad. We have young people that can show us the way. They have the courage. They've shown great talent in sports. They've shown great talent in the creative industries. We must give them opportunities to provide those talents in other sectors of the economy. But the government must take the lead in providing the infrastructure for them to do that. Country, I was very proud of the fact that what we did is we created for the sporting fraternity a sports academy. How did it work? It worked by taking kids who were excelling in sports and putting them in a school that continued to teach them but helped them excel in their sports and compete in the world. How do Lucia has the talent? Just a couple of days ago, a young lady called Julian Alfred came here to Trinidad to participate in a track tournament, and a Jamaican coach saw the talent. She went home at the age of 13, packed her bags, left her mother, and moved to Jamaica. And she just ran the fastest 60 meters in the world ever. You know the that your citizens have had. And sadly, many of them have had to leave our country to be in an environment of competition for their talent to come out. It's time for us to build that competitive environment here for them to succeed. Where does it start? It starts in your communities. How many people are willing to volunteer their time to be a coach in their districts? You are willing to volunteer your time to be referees? Do we have a schedule of events where we know that basketball, football, cricket, swimming, track, that there's a season? That we know on a Friday night the secondary school kids are going to be participating in competitions. On a Saturday our primary school and our secondary school. And on Sundays we know that our seniors are participating, and put a proper structure in place like what they've done in Jamaica for track and field. They are producing winners because to be a successful athlete in Jamaica, your head has to be on. How does that help our young people? There's no way that you can compete in Jamaica at the high school if you want to beat Usain Bolt's record, because that's the goal for every young person. You cannot be drinking, you cannot be smoking, you cannot be out partying at night. Competition creates discipline. Competition shows us that we can succeed on a global level. We must bring that competition into our communities in order to give children and young people an avenue to express themselves at a world-class level. Do we have theater shows in your communities? Do we have a competition for playwrights? Do we have a competition for writing songs? I say to all my Calypsonians, writing a political song about what is taking place in our country means you only have an audience of 1.5 million people. After the Calypso season, they're on to the next year. But if you could write a song like what Sparrow Arrow did, international, your audience becomes global. And we must teach people how to take advantage of that. We must be able to say to our young people, we can offer you a lifestyle where you don't have to be scared of being, that you don't have to be able to kowtow a person. You don't have to be scared to carry around a gun and that somebody is going to get revenge on you. But we can offer you a lifestyle of where you can sell money to enjoy the things that you want to do, and you can help your back to building our nation. Education, our technology platform, infrastructure in the rural areas, and a globally competitive salary. Are we scared to say that? Have we become so ambitious we accept them the way it is, although we see that it's not? We must demand more because our voices of silence has produced the problem that we have. We are losing our young people. That is the fight that we have. They are better equipped and they're offering a better opportunity for people, and it's for us to collectively join forces, recognize that, create a family environment of love. Love is more powerful than money, but they must feel it. Every day, I live it. Every day, it hurts my heart to see the young people that we're losing. Every day, it hurts me to see Caribbean by our own mediocrity, and how quickly we are as individuals to blame other people, or sadly no longer feel put our head down. Gone are the days when you used to walk in the street and you saw somebody begging. Gone are the days that you would be passing by your neighbor. They lost their job. They're on hard times. And are able to help them. Those are things that we can do. But when elections come, when that bell has, we must dig deeper in determining who we want to vote for.
Ducky's Tent Rental. We're all about the best tents, high quality, with the best service at affordable prices. We'll make your event a memorable one. Located at Katwaru Trace, Penal. Or give us a call, 788-2262. Ducky's Tent Rental.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind Islamic outfits for male and female. We've got special gift items also available. Join us for iftar every day, also catering the best groom and bridal outfits. Get matching jewelry, footwear, makeup and all that you need. Multi-cuisine food court, reopening on the 9th of March. Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Looking for the best in educational supplies? Then come on down to Charon's Bookstore, the trusted name in everything back to school, from uniforms, textbooks, school accessories, stationery, and much more. Our dedicated team is committed in providing the highest quality in customer service. Visit us at number 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, Trincity Mall, Trincity, number 24 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, and number 10 Diego Martin, 4 Roads, Diego Martin. Call us at 235-5811.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE. World-famous Indian astrologer and psychic gold medalist Master Sai Krishna has more than 48 years of experience. He attends to the past, present and future. Do you have any problems related to family, work, health, divorce, love, jealousy and depression? He is an expert in removing black magic, evil spirits, witchcraft, obia, negative energy and bad luck. Gain results in 3 days. Lifetime protection for all your problems. Call Master Sai Krishna for life-changing results at 346-8991. Private and confidential.
It is easy to talk. It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to put out propaganda and to divert people's attention from what the real issues are. But you must look past it and not only see a vision that you can believe in, but a vision that there is a chance of it being implemented. You have 5 years to find out that the person was bluffing? Or do you have the example of experiences where persons were in government and things were happening? And we believe the stories. When a person wants to destroy another person's house, deflect the attention on their own house. There is too much at stake. We need leadership of change. Leaders who are not scared to step out of the box. Who are not scared to do things. We need leaders who don't talk about regionalism, but actually act and follow up regionalism. We do not collectively come together and participate. We don't understand what the Constitution is and the rights that you have and the expectations and the demands that you should have as to the rights that have been provided to you. Then who's to blame but yourself? And maybe my country's solution about whether somebody is going to come out and join your voice. Take the lead. Follow your heart. Want better. And the children of people who you don't know, but of citizens of your ought to be your children. And take that responsibility. It's time for us to collectively for change. Crime is a scourge. Unless we change the judicial system where people are going to be held accountable, meaning that crime can't pay. But we can't just offer penalties. We must offer people different alternatives. It's an alternative. And we have that we believe in our country. We believe in contributing to our nation and making a change. We must have confidence in ourselves that we succeed in anything in the world that we put our minds to. And we must make sure that we have a government that has the infrastructure and the opportunity for all of us to succeed. I thank you very, very much tonight. I just want to say one more thing. As a leader of the opposition, like your Prime Minister, I decided to offer my government some. We all just came through COVID. That we thought that we could have done during COVID. One of the things in St. Lucia is we created a command center. Doctors, the nurses, everybody sat down every day, to deal with whatever was confronting us. And that recommendation went straight to Cabinet. For Cabinet to make an immediate decision to adjust. Because COVID pandemic wasn't waiting on anybody. It didn't discriminate against anybody. This was a matter of life and death. Crime has reached that level where government ought to have a command center to deal with crime. We cannot keep addressing it during elections. We cannot address it only during budget periods. We must fight crime every single day, and crime is everybody's in business. We must create more integrity within our police force. So having polygraph tests of all of our police officers, we must be satisfied that they're telling the truth all the time. That's a responsibility they have to all of us. We must make sure that our fishing boats and all of our commercial boats that go out to sea, that they have a GPS, so we know where they're going, who they're in contact with. That's how you protect your borders. You put stringent things in place. Cameras is no longer just acceptable to have a camera. We must have facial recognition. We must be able to have the technology that if we have an APD on anyone, the cameras can detect the person. That is what's going on in the major cities in the world. Why should we be any different? We should have the best systems to provide a safety net for us. We have to accept, as small societies, that people don't want to give information. We don't trust the policemen that when we give them information that they're not going to tell the bad guys. So we have to find an anonymous way for them to get information and to be incentivized to do so. We must resolve the backlog of our courts. We must have more integral judges and hold people accountable. It cannot be a young man with a record who all of a sudden is caught with an illegal firearm, is given bond. It has to be much more serious than that. And we also must make sure that these kids, sometimes who come, not always, but sometimes come from a deprived family, that when they go to jail, that we don't make them lifelong career criminals. How do we do that? By putting young boys in jail with older men. Who becomes their friend? They go to the best university to find out how to be a better criminal. We must create a system that creates a second chance for our young people, that they've made a mistake, but let's put them back on the road to developing our nation. Make sure that by the time they finish, that they have a job, they know how to save money, and they know what it is to be a positive contributor to our country. I thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us stand and give a round of applause on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago for the Honorable Alain Chastanet, Leader of the Opposition of St. Lucia and former Prime Minister. And I'll ask you to keep standing as we welcome the incoming Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the leader who continues to fight for you day after day, night after night. Let us welcome the Leader of the Opposition, the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, to address you now.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Good evening. I can't hear you. Good evening. It's a great, great evening joining you here in Niswaha College with our very distinguished panel, and I want to thank all of you for making that effort to come up here in the East. Let me thank the young lady out of UWI with a degree, university degree in criminology, who shared her thoughts. Give her a round of applause again. Former principal, thank you for taking the time. He was principal of one of the best schools in TNT and gave us some really grave insights tonight. And of course, our very special guest, the Honorable Mr. Chastanet. Let's thank him again. And in a short time that he spoke and I spoke, just before the meeting here, we shared some thoughts, and I'm very happy he's already mentioned some of those thoughts, that we will work closer together as opposition leaders in the region, of course, to bring a better security and safety to the whole CARICOM region and our own nations. I want to thank you for the suggestion, Honourable former Prime Minister Mr. Chastanet, and indeed we have a long road to walk together as we work together to improve the lot in each of our countries. Now, as you know, I'm not going to be very long because this meeting is more to hear you. We made it very, very clear. Mr. Chastanet spoke about education, and that is one of the areas, Honourable Prime Minister, that I was very frontal about, very strong on, seeing education as the only passport out of poverty. Education is the only key to a better quality of life. And it was just on Friday, my colleague MP Anita Haynes in Parliament brought a motion ready to condemn the government for its failures in the area of education. And we have to look at the fight against crime as a holistic one. It is not just about guns, about more police, it's not about just putting more boots on the ground. Yes, it's all about that. But it's also about the holistic fight against the factors that militate against good governance. So that includes education. Honorable Chastity spoke about education. It includes the economy. It includes the economy for sure. Because if we don't have jobs, what happens? It doesn't mean because a young person doesn't have a job, they automatically become a criminal. But then, when they can't put food on the table for their families, what happens? So we have to have a holistic approach. And all our presenters tonight gave us some further thoughts.